But dude, thank you number one for being on the line. And I'm actually in Florida right now too. I'm about 7 hours away from you. I'm in the Panhandle right now, just kind of chilling, relaxing, and everything
How's the
right
weather
now.
up there? Because I know we woke up at 38 degrees here this morning.
It's a little bit chilly, but I mean it's about 65.
Yeah,
It's
it
about
warmed up
65
pretty
during the
quick.
day. So,
Hmm.
so dude, you were one of the top 30 to get into our real estate investor challenge. So, that's awesome. We're so excited. We love you. We love your market. We love everything about this. Now we just got to take where you're at right now and just blow you up. Um,
Hmm.
so I want to ask you a couple of questions. Just kind of hear your story. With this and how long have you been a real estate investor or going at this?
Um, I got my feet wet in 2008,
2008,
and
right when the market started
yeah,
turning.
yeah, 2008 is when I got my feet wet, and I I always wanted to be a real estate investor. Always. It's always been a passion of mine. And then I started self-educating myself, reading books, videos, online things, different things like that. I never believed in paying, 5,000, 12,000 to all these so-called gurus
Yep.
and mentors. I never believed in paying someone to teach me a concept
Yep.
that I can figure out that it's a concept on my own just by reading, just by watching, observing, whatever. And I just never really was into anything like that, and which is why um, one of the main problems that I've had is not having a mentor, not having someone to, hey, you need to go this way because I have the experience. You need to go that way. I've learned everything based off of trial and error. I've got myself up, to this point.
Yep.
And if I had to, if this opportunity didn't come across, I know for a fact that sooner or later I'm gonna be successful,
Yep.
still going down the same path. But then you came along, John
Yep.
Carpenter came along,
Yep.
and the opportunity is the opportunity that you're presenting to this group, to other real estate investors, is basically what I've been missing, and
Gotcha.
it makes a lot of sense. The whole program, the whole setup, everything makes a lot of sense. It's
Yep.
something that I thought about, spoke to my wife about, and it's a good thing. So I'm like, okay, the time is now to jump on this bus, get on this bus, and just enjoy the ride. So
Yep.
I'm excited.
Yeah, the thing about that is too, because I did the same exact thing that you did, or that you're doing, and I tried, the whole course thing, and that just didn't really work for me. The whole seminar thing, it just didn't really work for me. It seemed like there was just a lot of hype, but there wasn't a lot of
Hmm.
actions on my end, and it wasn't necessarily because I wasn't willing to take action, because I've always been an action taker, but um, it's very important if you want to get to where you're at right here, you can get to here, right? You can do that on your own. But the problem is that it's going to take you so long, right? It's going to take
Hmm.
it takes you so long. And for me, I mean, it was a journey that looked like this, right? It was a journey that
Hmm.
looked just like that, and I was looking for more of that straight line, to success, and I was wanting to cut the time of it down, is what I was wanting to do. But I just had to start, putting myself around people that had already been there into the business. And but like you, I didn't really believe in the mentorship, because I honestly, man, I was burnt out. I didn't have any more reserves left, um,
Hmm.
with what I was doing, and everything. So if you had to sum it up, man, like, that's a great background. If you had to sum it up, what is the major problem that you're having right now inside of your business? What's the number one problem?
Well, I don't know if I should leak this out or not. because you're recording. But the main biggest problem is what no one is talking about, but the real guys know about, and that is private money
Yep.
and buyers. Deals are always around. Okay, you can get a deal from anyone, but who likes to window shop? I don't like to window shop. I don't
Yep.
go to the mall unless I have money to spend. I'm not going in there just to look at, whatever and just window shop. So you get a deal, okay, but then you find yourself standing in the middle of the street with no funds and you're holding your contract like this. You're like, hey, who wants this? Who wants that?
Yep.
But see, if you have private money, which
Yep.
is the main thing, private money, and you have the funds behind you, you have your buyers, then you're not window shopping. You can actually literally go out. Hey,
Stroke the
listen,
check.
I'll close. I can close on this in 3 days.
Yep.
As long as it's a clear title,
Yep.
I can really say that and really legitimate that and be able to put down a deposit because I have the funds to back me up.
Yep.
There's no issues
Yep.
because he who has the buyers,
Yep.
who has all the buyers, controls the market.
Yep. So two things about that. Um, like I told you, my journey went like that, right? Because I was
Hmm.
looking for that straight line, but I went like that. I'll tell you the way that I got out of it, and a lot of it was because of where the market was at the time too. But mine started back in 2000. My downhill started in 2007 when the market really started making some changes, and then 2008, 2009, I was getting just clobbered right there. But the truth of it is that I started with buyers. I actually started by, having buyers into the business and controlling the buyers and whatnot. Now, here's one of the most powerful things about this challenge that you may or may not have even known before you even join this thing is we have private lenders right within the group. Okay, so that is like a really, really, really big thing, and I don't even try to, bring private lenders into this, and I've already done some videos with people already that are wanting to lend and everything inside of the group. So, I mean, you're literally walking into a group. Okay, we're
Wow.
we're we're doing this challenge, and I don't want to sit here and say, dude, you've got unlimited capital, but you're a part of something bigger than you and I both, because we're bringing the right members into this. This is application interview only. You obviously pass both of those things, so you can't just go out there and have a big wallet to get into this. You got to be motivated. You got to be um, ready to rock and roll with this stuff. And naturally, this is the second time that I've done this, and we
Hmm.
do this on a local level every single day. And this is the second time that I've done this on a national level, and every single time we have lenders that come into the group that end up wanting to fund deals, for the other members. They've got deeper pockets, they've got IRAs, they've got that, and then they want to fund, for everybody else. So um, you are definitely into the right spot, especially from what you just said, because we will have it's my job to get the right people into the group, right? That's what my
Hmm.
job is. And then to obviously take the group and get to that straight line to success. What can we do in 90 days to double what you're already doing? How can we get you a year's salary in just 90 days? How can we do that? I got to bring lenders into this thing as well. So we've got you covered on that aspect as well, which is really really cool. So
Awesome.
let me ask you, dude. So your major problem is really buyers and not being that window shopper, and not having
Hmm.
the money right straight behind you or whatnot. I'm assuming that's been very frustrating. What has that felt like?
Um. Um. I don't want to say I'm very very choosy with my words. What I put out in there into the energy. So I don't want to say defeated. Um. I don't want to say any of those things. I'm just gonna say it hasn't been. Um. I haven't been successful as of yet.
So would you say a lot of lost opportunities?
Yes.
A
Yes.
lot
I
of
will say
lost
that. Yes.
opportunities by not having the
Yes.
buyers and not by having the money. and everything to you.
Yes.
What do you think that's cost you? Like, deals isn't your issue. If you had, for, I think since 2007, if you had a lot of capital backing you, and if you had a lot of buyers like you're saying that you need, what do you think revenue wise that you've lost out on?
Um, I would say majority time because I really haven't spent a lot of money,
Gotcha. More time
in
than
into
anything.
this. So I would say a lot of time that I've been, and I'm very dedicated to it, and I still enjoy it. I still, have the passion. I just know it's around the corner that I'm gonna have that consistent flow. Once that consistent flow, then I'm comfortable with putting the marketing dollars out there,
Yep.
you know, because I believe that I could really make money and start getting some paychecks in without spending any money.
Hmm.
I just don't know how to go about. I just haven't mastered that part yet.
Gotcha.
I just haven't mastered that part yet.
Gotcha. So, like I told you, man, you were one of the top 30 to get in, into this thing, which is really, really awesome. What people don't know is now, as we are sitting here right now, we've had over 300 people apply to get into this thing, and you were one of the first 30 that we actually brought into this thing because we know that you're going to just kill it. We just know that you're going to kill it. We like you. We like your motivation. We like your area. I mean, there's nothing about you that we don't like. Um, so that's a big thing. There's a lot of people applying to this, and we've got a lot of people coming back in, to this or whatnot. Point blank, why did you fill out the application? Why now? What are you? Why did you join this 90-day challenge?
Well, I've been watching you. Um, I would say for the past 6 months, I've been watching your System Saturdays. I've been look checking out your videos and stuff, and I've been starting to apply some of those things, and I'm like, wow, man, this guy right here has a different twist. Like he's you've gone deeper into the concept, um, and I'm like, wow, this thing when someone's able to share with me things that I never thought about, that makes it very interesting.
Yep.
That person becomes very interesting to me.
Yep.
So then now so I was already familiar with you. So now here comes the 90-day challenge. And I'm listening and I'm watching the video and I'm watching the video and then I thought about it and I'm like, this is it.
Yep.
Like this is it. My heart to heart is telling me this is it. It's right on time. I do have some financial deadlines that I have to meet within
Yep.
the next few months. And my wife has been already talking to me about because she stays at home, and she's been talking to me about us going out, spending more time with each other, traveling, and just me being able to have put my time back with the family,
Yeah.
to help her out around the house and everything. And I'm like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. So you came right on time. So I'm like 90 days, a year salary in 90 days. So for me, I'm like, okay, that's easy. Whatever I got to do, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done. So
Dude, every
I'm
time
excited.
I hear something like that, man, I just get a feeling that goes through me. I get that chicken skin. I get the goosebumps every time somebody says that, because I know what's going to happen in 90 days. I mean, we are picking the right people. We're picking the motivated people. We're picking the people that will go out there and use the systems that we give, that will use the playbook, that will go out there and do this stuff. And you know, we do this a lot, and it's just so powerful. And every single time that people tell me this, it just brings that feeling through me, because I've done it for my own life, and we do it for you guys and everybody else that's joining this challenge, and it's just really, really powerful. So,
And that's another thing too, that I was going to mention. Um, like you said, that playbook.
yep,
And that's a big thing too that I've
huge.
been missing. That playbook. That playbook is that system.
Yep,
If you don't have a system, if you don't have a playbook, you don't know where the hell you're going.
yep.
So that's been
You
the
know,
big thing for me.
the way that I like to tell it to people is this: is that if you don't have a playbook, You're winging it. You're winging it. You're just simply going through emotions, and you're probably not getting the results that you want. And
And I've
um,
been winging it.
yeah, I mean, a lot of people do. I mean, I was winging
Mm-hmm.
it for a very, very long time until I got serious. And then, now I've got goals to hit every single quarter. I've got goals that I've got to hit every single week, in the playbook that it's actually going to get me there. And I started getting really, really good at that and just being very, very committed to that playbook. And if you don't have that, you don't have really anything. And we're going to build that for you week number two. Okay, so we're going to build that for you week number two into this thing. So, man, this thing is officially kicking off April 2nd. Okay, it's officially
Okay.
kicking off April 2nd. You're inside of that Facebook group right now that we have. No, actually, or are you?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I
you are
am.
you are
I'm in
into
it
that
now.
now. Okay.
Yes.
Um, and the thing of it is that this, you have us, obviously there's a lot of stuff that we're going to have to do before April 2nd, because when April 2nd comes around, I'm not just, sitting here trying to teach the basics and find out, about you and everything else. I want to get all that groundwork done before the fact so that we have a true 90 days to just go out there and grind. Go out there and just rock it out and just grind and do deals. That's the way that we make money with this thing. So, when we start on April 2nd, okay, that means that we're going to go until July 2nd. Okay. Now there's going to be you're going to see a lot of wins. A lot of people are going to see a lot of wins on Facebook because I'm going to be posting all of your wins. I'm going to be posting all this stuff, basically everywhere because that's huge accomplishments for all of us.
Mhm.
Um, our whole goal is to make $1 million in that 90 days, us personally. I mean, and you are going to help us get there, and we're going to help you get to where you want to go. It's just absolutely perfect. What does your business look like on July 2nd? Like what do you want your business to look like July 2nd? You've went through this entire challenge. What does it look like?
Well, July 2nd will actually be the day after my daughter's birthday. She'll be 2.
Nice.
So we're already going to have a celebration,
Nice.
of that during that time. So that's right on time. Um and also it's actually, if I'm not mistaken, actually during this time, um that this challenge is going to be going on. It's amazing. And like I said, everything is on time. It's going to be during an entire holy month of Ramadan.
Mhm.
Okay. And it actually starts on the second. The first day of Ramadan is on the second. July, um, July 2nd is the last day is what we call Eid,
Yep.
the Eid celebration, which is the last day of Ramadan. And it's going to be amazing. So, in 90 days, July 2nd, where do I see myself? Very, very prosperous. Um, with already a system, a proven system already in place. Um, full support from continue full support from you and your team.
Yep.
Really doing this full time for real, really.
Yep.
Okay, and basically now then I'll have the ball rolling. So I'll be building my cash flow.
Yep.
Then once the cash flow is built up, then I'm able to really put in on some rehabs and start getting into buying and holding, which that's my main goal. Buy and hold. Continue to do some rehabs as they come along. Yeah, I mean some fix and flips as they come along.
Yep.
Um, but keep wholesaling as the base and as the flow of my company that keeps the lights and the waters running and the bills paid.
Yep.
And that's my whole game plan.
Love it. I've got a jet here in a minute, but dude, what investors don't know, and I had to learn this, by trying to do this all on my own, is I have never met a rehabber, and I know rehabbers that do hundreds of deals a year. I've never met a rehabber that does not have cash flow issues. And what I learned later on, okay, later on into this, after I was having all these cash flow issues, that my missing piece was wholesaling. That was my missing piece to that puzzle, was the wholesale aspect. Because wholesale, I mean, yeah, you might not be able to make $100,000 profits, all of the time or whatever it is, but the truth of it is that you can do very, very consistent and pay the bills, and pay
Mhm.
your, income through the wholesaling side, and then build your bank account from the rehab,
Mhm.
and that's how I say it. You wholesale to pay the bills, including your salary, and then you rehab to pay the, to build the bank account. Is what I've always said with that. But that is like the missing puzzle piece to a lot of people's businesses. And you've got it right. You've got the cash flow thing into your head, and you know the way that thing works. And then the cash flow with that, the building the wealth side with the buy and holds, and then the rehabbing to build the bank account. Dude, I mean, you got it going on. I mean, you've got it going
I'm
on.
missing you.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
missing you.
you're missing that accountability. You're missing that playbook.
Yes.
You're missing that is your missing piece of all this stuff. So, well, cool, dude, man. It has been awesome, awesome, awesome. If you need anything, hit us up into the Facebook group for sure. There's going to be a lot of, starting next week. There's going to be a lot of to-dos to do to get this thing rocking and rolling. And
Okay.
if you need anything else, just reach out to us on there. We're obviously answering questions within the hour, and that
So
thing.
those to dos or those to dos, or is it going to be placed in the group
Yeah,
or
yeah,
via email?
yeah, yeah. No, no, no. Everything's done within that group. We really
Okay.
don't do
Okay.
anything by email. It's everything is placed in
Okay.
there so everybody can see
Okay.
everything.
So I just make sure I'm looking in the group throughout the day, every day.
Yep.
Okay.
Just make sure that you're looking through that. Check it a few times a day, and
Okay. Cool.
just go with that. And we'll get you started. We're going to start with a questionnaire to find out what your strengths and your weaknesses are, so that we can start getting on that playbook. And that is the first thing. And we got some training that we want to get you started on as well. And we need to know what you think your top two strategies are going to be for deal finding. So
Okay.
we're covering that all within there. So just keep following the group. I mean, you'll get it. So,
Okay.
all right, man. Well, it's been awesome. Thank you so much for joining. And, dude, let's explode that business.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Peace out, brother.
All right.
See ya.
Peace, bro.